starting on small battlefield.
Yeah, might have been some dancer. This is like the net's best neutral stage, honestly.
This is, and so what we're seeing from Fizzmint right now is what I expect to see a lot in neutral is just that. I mean, like, what do you do? Turns on the aggression, but like doesn't need to turn on the aggression. Just basically set the pace of the match because the fireball from Ken is just not good enough. Like, it's not Ryu's fireball, so you just don't really have to worry about it.
Right, it's not like slow enough to kind of follow up, slow enough to kind of just like pressure your shield. Shai's struggling right now. Fizz is just walling him out with these huge aerials.
It's just so tough to get in, even with dash shielding and just like doing some movement mix-ups and mixing in the fireball. It's gonna take things like that, like a parry on hit, to actually make something happen. Starting to get something started here.
Oh, manages to jump out though.
Feeling, and you know what? Looking at the percents of just, well, dying to F tilt.
Oh, that wasn't smash right. That was just raw F tilt.
That was just raw F tilt.
Okay.
Move is just dummy strong.
Try to call with the shoulder. That's a Ken classic move. They just try to call you jump out with the raw shoulder.
Yeah, it's just having just even having trouble kind of landing, and it just feels really tough. The neutral,
yeah,
it just feels really like how exactly do you figure out how to get in?
Yeah,
and then it's like to your point.
The shield art, yeah, he did it in the middle of the Shoryuken because it's a multi-hit. He has like, it's not like a ton of time to react, but it's enough time to where if like, oh, I got hit by it, time to go in the shield art.
Yeah.
You can just live it. You're not like you're not dying to that move in shield art.
And yeah, the high level Shulks have got that stuff figured out.
Exactly, yeah. Right, struggling a lot here. He was able to find that Shoryuken, but like we said, you know, that shield art is not able to close it out. And this is why this matchup can be super tough in addition to this gigantic sword.
Just gotta stay patient like this. Honestly, I like Vi is staying really patient. I don't think he's really diverting from the way he has to play this matchup. It just kind of sucks that he has to be incredibly careful, do a lot of shield dashing, a lot of landing mix-ups to try and find his way in and get a kill confirmed. Looking for a jump call out there and just gonna get buried off stage.
Throws himself right at Vi off stage in speed art, but okay, Vi answering right back. Still down a whole stock though. It's looking pretty grim for Vi, man.
Yeah, reversing in there, just getting shield grab.
And you mentioned like patience, like it's very good against Shulk, but you can only do it so much before, you know, he starts just doing these nairs running at you, and Fizz is forcing Vi to, he's gotta pick an option.
Okay, and then here's the thing with shield is that because of that reduced knockback, there is, don't know if he's allowed it, but there is potential for some nutty combos because of that reduced knockback.
Yeah, I've definitely talked to some Oregon players who have played it as active. Not sure how many people know him, but very good Falco. And they definitely have labbed out optimized, not active, sorry, Shulk, against Shulk. Optimized combos against Shulk shield art, but calling out the jump with the up air.
Yeah, it's rough. I don't really know. This just feels like a really, really tough matchup. And I don't even feel like it's because he's approaching from the air or the ground, because he is doing some of those kind of cancel aerial drift mix-ups and is getting him in close, but then he's either just getting shield grabbed or like isn't able to get much more than like 30 or 40% off of that initial hit that he's able to actually land.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge advantage. We're seeing Vi get in, but he gets like 30, maybe 40% at most. Fizz is getting like 60 to 80%, and even the stock sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's looking a little tough for Vi. He's definitely got to figure out how to deal with that shield art, because.
And it's just Fizz is also Fizzmint's able to set the pace either by being kind of campy with just nair and just kind of sit there and be like you can't get in, or turn on the gas and be super aggressive, and it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot I can do about either of them. Okay, shield pressure, nice parry.
I don't like this stage against Shulk because it's easier for him to nair train you off stage because it's such a small stage. But I kind of know what Vi is thinking. You know, a smaller stage, Shulk can't camp as easily. And more emphasis on stage control, but could go either way.
Keeping it much closer, and I'm managing to just keep it grounded and just get the second that Vi starts applying actual shield pressure, all of a sudden the game really changes. Since obviously, if you're getting touched on your shield by FGC, it's bad. You're scared.
Non-stop up tilt on Fizzmint. Shield the Rob.
Nice back air.
Nice back air. Doubles.
Oh, all right. We need to see something big here. Okay, maybe on the.
Try to eat that shield art. Pummel.
Nice. Oh, I like the idea. I like the grab release idea, and especially if you thought maybe that shield art was going to go away afterwards.
Yeah.
It's creative, but just didn't work out.
Yeah, that's the other counter for the shield art. Pummeling. You get more and more hits. You know, I'm not sure why he stopped. Oh.
Yeah, you're right. The pummel would have just removed it, and then if he had mashed out, he would have been out of shield art.
Exactly. Oh, the jump art.
All right, he's making it. Oh, not getting that second hit. That would have been the stock.
Sucks, I guess.
Gotta look out. Fizz is just not pulling the trigger on some of these close-up situations. That was just a Hail Mary side B. Interesting weight. These weights here.
I think he's eating the shield art down just a bit. You know, just waiting and then okay, throw him off now.
But I mean, okay, let's think about what has changed from game one. Because I mean, okay, finally taking his first stock, but like, this has really been a whole different game. Now, I think the thought behind the counter pick is probably just less stage to work with. Can't really run away. So just Vi has been able to take advantage of the fact that with dashing forward and shield, he's able to actually close that distance and get into close quarter situations.
And another thing about Smashville is that platform is in the middle, so there's no hiding on the outside, no like open area. Vi can kind of just stand in the middle and maintain stage control really well. And I'm definitely eating my words about this being a bad counter pick because Vi has been just eating Fizz right up.
I think your analysis on the potential there was right. It's just that Fizzmint hasn't even actually been able to get into an opportunity to do what you were talking about.
Exactly.
Let's see it again. All right, just back for fun. It's like I can't hear if he's mashing out or not, or if he's just like waiting to the last second. But yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff is gonna kill Fizzmint at this point, pretty much, and it's still working on another stock. I think we're thinking go next in terms of like.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. There we go.
But it goes through.
So I saw him hit that F smash on a focus, like another stock, and he didn't get that second hit for some reason. And I was kind of confused, but happened there. 2 hits, breaks focus. If you didn't know that.
Oh, this is scary. Oh, able to switch the shield.
Saving him. This is Shulk, man. Anything's possible.
It's true. But 170, I mean, at 170 at this point. All right, that's. Oh, but it knocked him away. So unfortunate. And it's just gonna. What is that? Was that just strong up tilt?
I think so. I'm not. Yeah.
It's so hard. I apologize to everyone, all the viewers who know. It's so hard sometimes if you're not super familiar with FGC to know exactly if it's strong or weak or whatever up tilt. Yeah. But at 173, it's any of the tilts are killing.
Yeah, but oh my god, Vi actually baited that jump part. Like he was like kind of near the ledge, then he backed all the way back and Fizz just jumped right into him.
Yeah.
Right at center stage. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that when Shulk has jump art. They like to just jump right back into center
So the counter picks, I'm imagining for sure banning. I mean, I gotta imagine he's banning FD.
I think he's banning PS2 as well. I don't think he likes the fact that Shulk has room to run away with, and like hiding under the platform too.
But then he still has to deal with Northern Cave.
Yeah, that's true.
It's honestly kind of this stage list for this matchup is actually like kind of cursed because like tough, you can't get away from fighting on FD, PS2, or Northern Cave, which is
Town and City too. That could work really well.
We're going to Battlefield.
There's a fly attacking us.
I know. Kind of interesting.
I mean, again, you know, Shulk has those platforms to hide under. Ken can't jump in as easily. There's that open space area where he has to come into.
There is the potential for Ken to do some interesting movement mix-ups amongst the platforms to just be able to get in. Like, I always feel like Battlefield, if your character has movement tech, it allows your way to finagle your way into space to start being aggressive.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great stage, especially in disadvantage. You have way more options to get out of.
Right.
Which should be good for both characters. This is probably focusing more on the neutral aspect of this stage.
Just seeing the two of them be pretty reserved. Alright, Vi sneaking in it's gonna catch
Again, it's a jump.
That's that off the top.
To me, that's a Jared, because Jared does that all the time. He reads your double jump in with the up air so hard.
And that move is dummy strong.
It's very strong, especially with jump art or smash art. Gonna kill you at early percents.
And here's the thing, once Fizzmint has the stock lead, okay, but again, able to get the shield in there.
Yeah, he's keeping that in his pocket for when he needs it, but the raw back air. Taking the sod, Vi still in this.
That was so raw, just run the raw back air with the FGC. Like, you don't see that often as like the approaching option. Obviously it's a favorited option in the game, but like Ken just coming in, kicking you in the face with the back air.
He doesn't care.
Maybe Vi needs to be going for it more. Just kind of picking Fizzmint apart a little bit right now, going in, getting damage, and just not trying to overextend. So shield, air dodging right in and getting grabbed.
Right.
Parries the first hit.
Airing, Ken right there.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Able to like get in underneath the platform. Start an advantage state here.
It's a little tough for Fizz. No shield art gets to shore you.
Huge, and that's what we're talking about with the ledge trapping. Once you get into an advantage state, the FGC is really good at getting you trapped.
Yeah, that was probably the worst situation Fizz should have been in. You know, his shield art got taken away, and he got sent back to ledge. That is super serious, especially against FGCs.
Oh, getting some pressure on his shield now, and now Vi can sit back a little bit, throw some fireballs. Make sure to remind Fizz that he has the lead now and kind of can dictate the pace. Nice back air into down tilt. That looks actually really scary on shield.
By putting on the pressure on Fizz, you gotta clutch up now, buddy.
Fizz is getting connected with these down tilts. Can't afford to be hitting those, as that's gonna lead into more down tilts and potentially just death.
Out there with the up B, the fair, not quite gonna do it. Is he gonna go out there?
Here. Oh, he doesn't go out for it. Lets him recover low.
Trying to get the fair, the back air on the smash art.
Oh, the smack art, it's getting accelerated.
Woo!
That's best of 3.
That ended a little sooner than I thought, that game.
Yeah.
It looked like it was about to go like last stop, but Vi finding the back air on the smash art, very sneaky, very smart.
That's one of those things where, you know, obviously the arts, they're crazy and people complain about them, but they are very much that double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Can come in to rob your stocks away.
And they all have weaknesses, and the biggest weakness of them is they don't last forever.